Amber Heard's legal team's cross-examination of Johnny Depp has concluded. On Monday, the actress's attorney wrapped his line of questioning for the Pirates of the Caribbean star. During the cross-examination, multiple audio clips of tense moments between Heard and Depp were played, including one where he suggested that violence could ensue if their disagreement continued, saying in part, "Walking away is necessary, especially between you and I. It is of utmost importance because the next move, if I don't walk away or go out for a little while, is just going to be a bloodbath like it was on the island, of course. Or it was. It's just not worth it now." Heard's attorney also honed in on Depp's history of drinking, and the actor used the opportunity to emphasize his stance on his ex-wife's allegations.
Ms. Heard wasn't the only one who had a problem with your drinking, correct?
So if anyone had a problem with my drinking at any time in my life, it was me. The only person that I have ever abused in my life is myself.
Following the cross-examination, Depp's attorney took over and began her plaintiff redirect. At one point, she asked the Sweeney Todd actor about the graphic text that had been exchanged between him and friend Paul Bettany in 2013, which referenced burning and drowning Heard. Depp argued that the messages were his way of finding humor in his circumstances, a way of approaching things that he and Bettany connected on.
He's born and bred in the UK and has that English sort of dry, kind of obtuse, abstract sense of humor, and that was one of the things that we connected on, is taking, even if it was a difficult or unpleasant situation, we would, do our best to deal with it with humor, as opposed to just a constant complaint or whining or anything of that nature. We dealt with it with humor. In context, it's important to know that none of it was ever intended to be real, and the language that's used, which I am ashamed that that has to be spread on the world like peanut butter. For example, the text that is about burning Ms. Heard it's directly from Monty Python in the sketch about burning witches and then drowning the witches. This is a film that we'd all watched when we were 10, and it's just irreverent and abstract humor. That's what we were referring to in those texts.
Bettany previously addressed the text back in February, saying having them shared in Depp's past libel trial in the UK was, quote, embarrassing. He told the Times of London in part, "We live in a world without context. I didn't know Johnny when he was married to Amber. I knew him before, but we hadn't spoken for years. During the marriage, I didn't know them, so I wasn't around for any of that." Depp is suing Heard over a 2018 op-ed she wrote for The Washington Post, alleging she was a victim of domestic abuse. The article did not mention Depp by name, but he believes it was clear that she was referring to him, since she requested a temporary domestic violence restraining order shortly after the two began their divorce proceedings in 2016. During Depp's first day testifying, he said Heard's domestic abuse allegations were, quote, disturbing and, quote, heinous, and claimed he never hit his ex, quote, in any way. But during opening statements, Heard's attorney said evidence will show she suffered domestic abuse by Depp that, quote, took many forms, unquote, during their 2015 to 2017 marriage. The trial began mid-April and is expected to last several more weeks.